YouTube?
What's up? We are the Real Freaks. Welcome back to another episode.
And today we will be reviewing Green Room. So the plot for this movie is our fellow band,
The Ain't Rights. Yeah. They meet this guy. They're going to do a show with him. I can't remember his name off the top of my head. But they're going to do a show with the guy. But he can't. He sets him up for another show in the kind of a backwoodsy part of Oregon, which turns out
to be a place for Nazis.
Neo-Nazi white supremacist bar.
Skinheads.
Yeah.
Everything.
So they're like, oh great, what have we got ourselves into?
Mm-hmm.
When they play a show, goes over pretty well, surprisingly, considering they play a cover of the Dead Kennedys' Nazi punks off as like a tongue-in-cheek like joke.
Mm-hmm.
And she gets her phone, goes back in the room.
Witnesses a murder, as seen in the trailer, and from then on out, it's just all-out war.
It is all out
War.
race war. No, actually no, they're all
It's not
white.
race, they're-
They're all white. But they still kill people, so let's figure out, what's going on.
If they weren't white.
If they weren't white, this movie would have been over immediately.
So this movie is directed by Jeremy Saulnier, who is also director for the movie Blue Ruin, which is also in Netflix. We should probably do the review.
We should, if someone suggests it, someone better suggest something.
Suggest the movie.
Suggest the movie.
I didn't know this was the director until like the day beforehand because he was the one who told me. I got more excited.
I didn't know till after I watched the movie, and I was like, that movie looked a lot like Blue Ruin. And I looked up and was like, oh, well, that makes sense because it's the same director.
The same director.
Yeah.
It was written and directed by Jeremy Saulnier. It was very well written.
It's very, very well written, very well produced film. I liked it. Since I've been in a band, it kind of makes sense. Some of the things they showed kind of happened like that. Like, the guy was like, hey, right this way to the green room, he took him to this little back room where they store their stuff. You have to keep things out of the hallway. You really can't. They really do get upset. Bouncers get upset when they have things in the hallway.
He does research and he totally went by it. We also have our actors, Anton Yelchin. We have
Imogen Poots.
I don't know how to say that name. It's a pretty name though.
He knew how to say Poots.
She is from other movies that I've watched, such as The Awkward Moment, the one with Zac Efron and Michael B. Jordan, Miles Teller. I thought she did very well in that movie too. And she's popped up in another few indie movies also. Yeah. We do have Patrick Stewart. So yes, Professor X is in this movie. The old one, not the young one. The old one.
You know who Patrick Stewart is.
He's bald.
He did a great job. I didn't once notice his accent. He totally had a nice Southern American, well, it wasn't Southern drawl, but it was a nice American accent. He did a really good job. Aaliyah Shawkat was the bass player, and you might know her from such shows as Arrested Development, and she did a great job as well. Like, that was pretty realistic. That was like a bass player kind of thing where, just her mannerisms of playing the bass, it was just very much like an actual bass guitar. They did a very good job. They actually, if I'm not mistaken, I know that Anton Yelchin can, he was in a punk band. I read somewhere he was in a punk band back in his youth, and he actually can play guitar. So I don't know if he actually played guitar in the movie, but I mean it certainly looked like they were all actually playing. So that did a great job at that.
So our positives for this movie, for me, cinematography was beautiful, such as Blue Ruin, his other work. It was very just spot on and detailed. It brought light to when there were positive features in the movie and when there were negative. You saw the lighting dim down. Everything was just put on a platter for you, and you ate it all up.
Yeah,
it was delicious. Patrick Stewart, I highlight in this movie. I think he was one of the better actors.
Oh, he kind of stole the show. I think really, he was fantastic. He did a great job. He really played the part of a white supremacist leader. I don't know if that's saying anything, but I mean, he was already bald, so I guess they went with it.
They went with it. And he's usually a very nice character in most movies, but now he can play villain.
He can play a villain. He's very eerily so. He's kind of like too nice, very nonchalant about everything. And it was very scary. Very scary.
Very scary.
Actually, both.
I would be scared of him. I would be. All of them were, and I can see why.
Camera operators, all of that. They knew what they were doing. They filmed a very good movie.
And the score and the cinematography both added to a lot of tension. He knows how to do that.
Oh, dude.
For our negatives, though.
The pacing. I felt the pacing was a little off at some points. No spoilers or anything, but like someone dies, obviously. And deaths kind of just happen like that. Like, it's over. Like, they don't dally on it. They don't sit there and freak out a little bit. It's just kind of like a death. They immediately get on. I guess in the situation you kind of have to do that, but I felt like it kind of took me out of watching the movie a little bit.
That's one thing I kind of disagree on. I like the pacing. I thought the pacing was well done, and it was a little more realistic, because in real life, if someone gets killed, you got to move on to survive, and I think they put that in a little bit too well. I overlooked that. For my negative, though, I did feel that they didn't put too much character development on certain characters when it could have led to a lot of more plot lines. But
yeah, I mean, they really could have delved into some of the backstory, a little bit of the relationship between the group. But I feel like overall they gave a good sense of that, gave a good style, gave a good everything that was going on. One person I really enjoyed was the lead singer of the band with the green hair. I was starting to really like his character. And then they didn't really do anything else with his character development, and I just kind of...
Sometimes they just stop with certain characters, and they just continue the main storyline, which is good and everything. They wanted to get to...
They want to get to the point in the trailer where they're going to go after each other, so... They did do that, they did get to the point. I just felt like a little bit of it was like... Towards the middle of the movie, I was like, oh yeah, yes. I'm like on the edge of my seat, really excited. And then towards the end of the movie, I was just kind of like really like they're just taking their sweet time. Like, okay, all right, come on. That was just like it kind of left me wanting a little bit more out of the film than what they actually had. But that's not a discredit to the film at all. It was great movie. That's just the negative thing that I had about it.
Your grading is?
I'd give it a 3.7 out of 5.
I say a 4.3 out of 5.
4.3 out of 5. I think that's pretty run of the mill average there. I'll give it a nice little, which is a average of.
Follow Morning Owls. Morning Owls. Follow this guy right here at his Twitter.
There it is.
Follow my Twitter right here or my Instagram up here. And who should we shout out today?
Let's shout out Ethan.
Follow Mick Muff. He's gonna be right.
I'll put a little
tiny one.
I'll put a little tiny one right here, but I'll also put a picture of Ethan's face right here. Look at me. I'm making more work. I'm making work for me to do later, but I'm doing it. Little Ethan's face gonna be right there.
And he's gonna make a face pop up right here and right here.
All right.
And he's gonna make one fly across the room.
Oh no. What have you done to me? So that's going to be it for our review, guys. Thanks for watching. We are The Real Freaks. You can holler at us on Twitter. Give us your review for your Netflix picks. If there's a theatrical release you want to see us do a review of, go ahead and do that. And thanks, everybody, for watching. Have a great rest of your day or night, depending on when you're watching.
It's 1 o'clock in the morning.
It's 1 o'clock in the morning here, so we're going to go to sleep. So without further ado, I think we are 86. We'll see you guys in the next episode.
Bye, guys.